Offense in competitive 5v5 2K isn't as easy as it is in some other modes with more space or more AI players on the court. Competitive offenses expect particular things out of every position, and every player has an understanding of the game's dribble moves, player animations, and shot timings. Much like the NBA, where space is king, 2K is all about creating wide-open shots. In the NBA, tight defense can affect shots, but doesn't have a huge impact on make percentages. In 2K, tight defense in the form of contested shots has a huge impact on shot effectiveness. For example, in the NBA, three-pointers taken with a defender 2 to 4 feet away, labeled as tight coverage by the league, go in at a 30% clip on average, and threes with a defender 6 or more feet away, unguarded threes, go in at an average of 39%, a gap of 9%. In the NBA 2K League in 2023, the same splits had a gap of 36%, 4 times as large. That makes open shots all the more important in 2K, where you can't finish at the rim in the same way.
He shouldn't. See?
And, despite a contest impact change in 2K24, need to get open to consistently hit shots.
I like it, shot. It was me.
2K players know that, of course, but the defense also knows it, so how do you get buckets against a 5-player professional defense? Like any good offense, you need structure, and the initial positioning of each player is a huge part of that. Competitive teams tend to use one of two schemes, spread pick and roll and 5-out, which can be used interchangeably but differ in their approach to creating open shots. But both rely heavily on spacing, much like the NBA, which has evolved into a spread-out, space-first league and has seen offense rise astronomically. Let's talk about pick and roll first, because that's far and away the most popular set. The point guard or shooting guard, both primarily offensive builds, operate as pick and roll ball handlers on either hash with the center screening. The small forward and power forward, both primarily defensive builds, spot up in the corners to catch and shoot or cut for the most part. Teams do use plays in motion to varying degrees, but the primary weapon in the pick and roll is the pick and roll itself. If defenses don't take away both sides of the screen, the guard can usually create an open shot. If defenses do take away both sides of the screen, that opens up the roll. How defenses take that away? Well, you can see that in our team defense video. As for 5-out, that means the center is using a stretch 5 or popper build. Teams can run pick and pop out of that, as part of a pick and roll set with the added threat of the pop, or position themselves in a fully spread offense to try and isolate any defender. The professional 5-out offense, where point guards are defended by the best locks in the world, has come a long way from 2018, when shot-creating slashers could bully any defender. Now, 5-out teams are more varied and run a lot of plays and cuts, leading to high-octane offensive performances, but the defense can consequently take a hit. That balancing act epitomizes how offense and defense interact in 2K. Offenses have evolved to position themselves to create as many open shots as possible, whether that be wide open jumpers or uncontested dunks, and whether that be pick and roll or 5-out. But at the end of the day, competitive 2K offenses are structured, purposeful, and, as long as they're creating open shots, deadly effective.